Coming up on OC News, new details on the Gabby Petito case as authorities raid her boyfriend's home. Plus, international travel is back. Find out requirements for tourists coming to America. And later, Cal State Fullerton received a multi-million-dollar budget allocation. How will they spend the money? These stories plus much more coming up on OC News.
This just now in tech news, the first responder on
There's been a lot of collaborative efforts
feel
over the years.
blessed to be here in Fullerton.
Brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton.
OC News starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to OC News. My name is Johnny Ariano. OC News is brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton. The search is on for Brian Laundrie after authorities confirmed that human remains found in Wyoming are consistent with the description of Gabby Petito. Gabby Petito was reported missing by her family after she had been traveling with her fiancé Brian Laundrie. Moab, Utah police had an encounter with the couple on August 12th, where officers described them as having engaged in some sort of altercation. Laundrie reported to his Northport, Florida home earlier this month without Petito and refused to talk to authorities. According to Laundrie's family, he has not been seen since last Tuesday, and they presumed Laundrie to be at the Carlton Nature Reserve today. Today, police say they have exhausted search avenues at the Nature Reserve. As more details are unveiled on this case, we will keep you informed. On Monday, Pfizer announced that its vaccine is safe and effective for children ages 5 through 11. Pfizer tested its vaccine on about 2,000 children within this age range. The result was positive, as children had side effects comparable to young adults. Additionally, the vaccine proved safe, well-tolerated, and neutralized antibody responses. Currently, no vaccine is authorized for use in children under 12, but Pfizer plans to submit its results to the FDA in the end of September. Additionally, Pfizer has announced testing its vaccine in children under 3 and expects results from the trial at the end of the year. For the first time since the start of the pandemic, international travel will be allowed for fully vaccinated travelers. For more on the story, we go on to CNN's Jen Sullivan.
New travel guidelines expected to give international travel a major boost after lagging badly during the pandemic. The U.S. is now easing restrictions on fully vaccinated foreign travelers from the U.K. and European Union, among other countries entering the U.S.
We are very happy about this. We've been pushing on this now for almost 18 months.
The American Society of Travel Advisors joining other industry groups in praising the changes. Starting in November, all international travelers must show they're fully vaccinated before boarding a plane to the U.S. Also, provide proof of a negative COVID-19 test within 3 days of the flight. And under the new rules, they will not be required to quarantine.
In our view, the science has been there to support a system like this for a long time.
The travel industry is celebrating the news. Airlines, hotels, and travel agencies all hoping this will help them recover from huge economic losses.
This is going to supercharge the travel industry's recovery. This is absolutely one of the key parts of the recovery, is restarting the international travel system on which so many of our members depend.
And this may not be just a boost for the U.S. economy. The holidays are around the corner, and in some cases, this travel ban separated families since it was put into place early 2020 to control the spread of COVID-19.
This is important economically. It's also important psychologically, too, for folks to be able to look forward to seeing friends and family after 18 months.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
When OC News returns, we take a look at Hispanic Heritage Month on Cal State Fullerton's campus. And later, the stock market stumbled on the start of the week on Wall Street.
I have a question about
The National Hispanic Heritage Month is finally here, and Cal State Fullerton is getting ready to celebrate. Reporter Melanie Ferrari has the story.
Hey Titans, September is Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm here at the Pollock Library to talk to activities and programming lead Angela Ambrosio about the upcoming events that the Dirk Center has planned.
We do have our Amplifying Latinx Voices gallery. So this is for our students. They submitted their artwork and they are being featured here. And they will be featured until October 15th.
The Dirk Center at the Pollock Library is gearing up for Hispanic Heritage Month by allowing the Latinx voices to be heard. The Diversity Initiatives and Resource Center focuses on representing all groups and is hosting events for the upcoming month.
We have a lot of other events that happen monthly, so we do have our event called Pláticas with Profesionales, where we bring in Latinx professionals to come talk about their experiences, as well as just how it is to be a Latinx in the professional world. And then on top of that, we also have Cultura Cura. We actually have our event coming up next Thursday where we talk about healing through art. And so that's also another event that usually happens monthly in our office.
Back to you in the studio, Johnny.
Thank you, Melanie. Recently, Cal State Fullerton was presented with a $2 million gift from the state allocation budget. The $2 million gift will allocate $1 million to Fullerton's Arboretum to help with its monetary loss from the pandemic. The other $1 million, well, it will go towards building a bridge that connects the main campus and College Park. The project, which is expected to cost $10 million in total, will help to reduce traffic on Nutwood Avenue while allowing students a safe walk to their next class. The stock market. The stock market had one of its biggest falls in Monday. Today, the Dow dropping 970 points at its lowest. The drop comes in big part thanks to Evergrande, one of China's largest property developers. They have a debt of more than $300 billion and is still increasing. Though this may seem bad on the surface, Evergrande does have assets it can sell off to restructure their debts. Though room for skepticism, David Banson, Chief Investment Officer at the Banson Group, does not seem worried. A pullback was long overdue, he said, in a note to its clients. When OC News returns, we take a look at your local weather forecast. Plus, an incredible catch in St. Louis. Your sports play of the day is coming up.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. Even though we are one of the most food-rich countries in the world, 15 million children don't know where their next meal is coming from. This is unacceptable, and something the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks is working to solve. Instead of accepting that our country lets billions of pounds of surplus food go to waste every year, Feeding America has made it their mission to help families in need by rescuing this food. Through food pantries and meal programs, the nationwide network of food banks provides more than 3 billion meals, serving virtually every community in the United States, including yours. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank by visiting feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
The fall will officially start this week. Will the weather change? Michael Guzman has more with the details on this week's weather report.
Thank you, Johnny. As you guys can tell, currently right now in Fullerton, the current temperature right now is 81 degrees, and the low tonight would be 59 degrees. There's a slight wind chance being at 8 miles an hour, and humidity is about 42%. And although the sunrise is at 6:39 a.m. and the sunset's going to be at 6:50. And also, don't forget to turn your alarms for tonight. There's this harvest moon, a special moon that will be making its appearance tonight. The full moon closest to our autumn equinox will make its debut. According to the NASA, during the few days surrounding the harvest moon appearance, the moonrise will occur within just 25 to 30 minutes across the northern United States and only 10 to 20 minutes in northern Canada and Europe. So don't forget to set your alarms to catch that special moment later. Up north, a wildfire occurring near Sequoia National Park. This past weekend, the world's largest tree was wrapped in foil to protect it against flames from an out-of-control fire burning in Sequoia National Park. As seen here, the base of the General Sherman tree has been wrapped in an aluminum-based burn-resistant material. The Sherman tree hasn't been affected by the fire. Although from the wildfire happening, it is affecting the air quality down south of it. The smoke is coming down to areas like Bakersfield, Lancaster, the Los Angeles and Orange County area as well. That is it for the weather update today. Back to Johnny in the studio.
Michael, thank you very much for that. The pennant race is on. Both the Dodgers and the Padres were in action yesterday. Christina Briseño has all your sports highlights.
Thank you, Johnny. Today in sports, we start off with the boys in blue and their battle against the Reds. The Los Angeles Dodgers took on the Cincinnati Reds Sunday and started the afternoon game with 2 home runs by Will Smith and Gavin Lux in the second inning. Corey Seager also hit a 2-run home run in the third and extended the lead 5-0. Clayton Kershaw, who has been out for over 2 months with an inflamed elbow, pitched 5 innings, allowing only 1 run and 3 hits, striking out 8 with only 1 walk. The Dodgers clinched the game at the end with an 8-5 win, making Kershaw's first win since June 27th. And moving on to some other baseball news, the San Diego Padres star Fernando Tatis almost hit a home run off of J.A. Happ's first pitch, but didn't quite succeed. And for today's play of the game, Fernando Tatis' home run was completely robbed yesterday by the Cardinals' Dylan Carlson. Carlson had the perfect speed and timing, barely catching the ball at the tip of his glove to make that amazing first inning play. The game ended with an 8-7 win by the Cardinals. And that is it for sports today. I will catch you guys next time. Back to you, Johnny.
Thank you, Christina. That's all the time we have on OC News today. Be sure to follow us on social media at OC News, CSUF, CSUF for all of your latest news and updates. Our next newscast comes to you live at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. For Johnny Adriano, Michael Guzman, and Christina Briseño, we thank you for joining us here at OC News. Have a fantastic week.